Hello, Warriors. Welcome to your fortnightly favourite podcast.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly with me, Hayley Ellis, and him, Barry Dodds.
Hi.
You all right, Barry?
I'm all right. This is the podcast where we talk about things that stress us, worry us, bad thinking, OCD, spiralling thinking, whinging, bitching, all that sort of thing. It's very easy to get into and understand what's going on. I'm very well, Hayley. How are you doing?
Well, exciting news on the podcast front, Barry.
What?
We've been nominated. We're in a chart.
No.
Yes. I had an email through last week from FeedSpot, that famous site.
No, you see, I deleted that when it came in because we get so many of those where it's like, hi, and then in a different font, Barry and Hayley. Would you like to monetize the podcast? And it's all these fucking people
Well, we send them money. Well, yeah. FeedSpot have got in touch and said we've been selected by their panellists as one of the top 20 UK friendship podcasts.
Friends.
Now, number 2 on their list is the story of Fred and Rose West. So I don't...
Is it really?
No, I'm joking.
Well, joking aside, number 11 on that chart is Hooked on Freddy, which is the story of the bloke who wanked off the dolphin in Amble.
Are you being serious?
100% serious. That is number 11 on that list, Hooked on Freddy, right? So we're up against the bloke who jumped in and sorted the dolphin out. What does that... Now, I'm not saying like
I'm going on now.
What were you thinking? Are you checking this to make sure I'm not bullshitting? Please check.
I'm worried that it is a dodgy link and it's going to take me to Bitcoin or something. Right. Number 1 is White Wine Question Time with Kate Thornton. Okay. Seems legit. And we've got a few legit ones. What number did you say that was?
I thought they were number 11.
Okay, I'm going to go back. We're number 6.
Amazing.
Yeah, number 10, Hooked on Freddy.
Hooked on Freddy. Yep, there you go. Bloke wanks off a dolphin. The story of friendship.
And then number 11, My Cat, the podcast. I mean...
Are we victims of clickbait here? Have they deliberately put us next to a load of animal podcasts and Kate Thornton, knowing we'll talk about their website?
Yeah, I mean, who's going to click on it because we've mentioned it? But
you?
Yeah, to be fair, they've got one more. To be fair, yeah, you're right there. I fell for that, haven't I?
I deleted it.
Anyway, friendship podcast, Barry.
Friends. Well, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, what is the nicest thing that you can think of that I've done for you as a friend, and what's the worst thing that I've done as a friend?
Because I'd need some time. I can't think on the spot like this, Barry. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Because I was having a think, and I think probably the nicest thing you've ever done for me, probably letting me just shoot off when I've done your support and don't have to stay and watch the show.
That is not the nicest thing. You're being sarcastic.
All right, that certificate.
I got him a certificate. I don't know if we spoke about that on the Patreon or the main one. He asked for a certificate saying he was appreciated. He asked for it. How petty is that?
It's framed above the toilet. So yeah, that's the worst thing you've ever done as a friend.
Oh, here we go. Go on, brush over the good stuff.
I can think of the best and worst things I've done for you. I think that. In fact, no, I'll tell you the worst thing you've ever done for me. On my birthday, 45th birthday, big birthday, you got me a card where you deliberately found the fattest photo of me. And
it wasn't the fattest.
Oh, do you know what? No, that comment. I put that. Right. You found an awful photograph of me and photoshopped me in an empty theatre. Oh no, sorry, the theatre wasn't empty. There was one bloke reading his phone in the audience, and you sent that to me for my birthday.
Oh yeah, but it's weird. I'd rather do, it's weird when you're not, when you're like, morning Hayley. I'm like, what? I don't like it. It unnerves me.
Right, nicest thing. I was thinking, what nice things have I ever done for you? Right.
Oh, here we go. Hang on, Barry. This isn't your question.
Oh, go on then. What's the nicest thing I've ever done?
Well, obviously you do a lot of the you do all of the podcast, really.
Yeah.
So if I say, oh no, I'm not happy with that bit where you've probably slandered someone, can you take that out?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Or I've said something I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
And asked you to take it out. You do.
Someone and wants to be on telly.
And you helped me out on with some work I needed doing last week.
Yeah.
That's kind. Some of the worst things you've done. Slagged me off in green rooms to me friends. Or joined in slagging me off. Actually provoked the slagging.
Yeah, I started it.
Yeah.
I started that with Louise.
You don't see that on an episode of Friends, do you? Chandler going in the room and like, Monica did this.
Look, I'm sorry. I was trying to get her on a soapbox and you were collateral damage. You were the gateway to getting her on a rant. So I'm sorry about that. You
sending me several boxes in the post that I had to pay postage for.
Yeah, and you opened it and just...
And I opened it, it was a middle finger. And anyway.
So yeah, it's an honour to be at number 6 in the... not even comedy.
Oh, no. Listen, if you enjoyed the podcast, please leave us a review on iTunes. It does. Yeah, I know you don't think it helps.
Don't put something shitty. Like, come on. Right, we're all struggling in an online digital world. I'm struggling to be part of it as it is. But... there was literally no other podcasts about, even that parenting hell one with them two, they're best mates. They weren't on it. I don't know what's gone on with that list. I think
we're appealing to the wrong people. Can I just tell you as well? This is very kind, by the way. But when I did a work in progress show this week, right, in St Helens, sorry, with Kate Tracy and Gary, who listens to the podcast. Do you know the one who sends you videos that I say they're not appropriate for me?
Oh yeah, with the little people.
Yeah. You don't have to say it. He sent me. He came, right, but he sent me a picture before. Do you want one of these later? And it was a picture of about 15 inhalers that he's got. Because I mentioned on here that I'm always leaving inhalers behind at a gig. Right. Do you know some people, when they do gigs, and the fans bring them
booze, chocolates,
inhalers, right? So actually, I was quite excited by that because I was like, oh, I do always leave inhalers behind because Jess is always shouting at me, you left your inhaler at the Frog again, Hayley, right? Right. So, do you remember that venue that made me pay? They wanted me to pay to post my inhaler back to me. And before I could, and that was fine. I was fine about that. Absolutely fine. It was when they said, you're going to ring up and have to identify it's your inhaler because of health and safety. I thought you should
have rang up and just went, it's right. I've still got that hearing loss clinic in Derby ringing me up every week. Do you want to ring up the venue
now and say you've left your inhaler there 5 months ago?
No, because the report it is a heavy breathing phone call. I'll get a knock on the door.
Yeah. That was a venue as well, can I say? Where I said, can I watch the show? So I was closing and I like to watch, to see what happens.
Yeah.
And I got there for the start of the show and I said, do you mind if I just nip in and watch? Now, it wasn't sold out, by the way.
Yeah.
There was about 30 seats left, right?
Yeah.
In this huge auditorium. So I went, do you mind if I go out and watch? And they went, oh, no, you can't. And I went, why? And he went, it's a health and safety issue. And I'm like, I'm not that big. Do you know what I mean? No, I've put on weight.
It's loose.
You're blocking the fire exit. They wouldn't let me sit in the venue. Me and two other acts, they wouldn't let us sit in the venue. They said it no because they hadn't prepared for that. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, these venues that are run by volunteers. I mean, bless them. I know that they probably went on their first dance date back in the 40s in some place that used to be a cinema and used to have an organ that some bloke used to play, and that's where I courted your grandmother, and now they work as a volunteer to keep the place alive, and I'm going in there effing and jeffing and giving it Del Boy's a pedo, right? And then, you know, they never like us because we are just pissing over their memories of this beautiful once was building, but they are sticklers for rules.
Oh, they're such sticklers. The woman wants at one of these volunteer-run venues, right? And they are giving up the time, like you say. But as an MC, I went, right, we're going to have a break now, about 15, 20 minutes, and we'll see you back soon, right? I just said that.
Yeah.
She comes in. You've said the break is going to be 15 to 20 minutes. It's actually 15 minutes, so you shouldn't have said that.
Oh, my God.
And I went, right, she was, yeah, can you not say that? It's 15 minutes, the break. So who told you to say it's 15 to 20? I said, well, no one, but I just usually just say that because, you know, it's never usually that's regimented.
Gives you a bit of leeway, because I'll be honest, Edna, man in the bar, doesn't look like she's going to deal with the influx very well. She's struggling to open a bottle of Carlsberg. She's using her car keys. I don't think this is going to be a brisk service.
Remember that one I told you about? Sorry, we're going off on a tangent now, but I remember that this happened years and years and years ago, and he's one of the nicest men in comedy, right? Carl Hutchinson. Just a delight, right? We did a volunteer.
Talk about him losing his rag, aren't you?
Yeah, we did a volunteer. Have I told you this?
No, but I just, whenever anyone says, such a nice bloke, you think, oh, excellent, he's going to get pasted.
No, he is. I'm good. He's the absolute delight. I've got so much time for Carl. And we did this volunteer run gig, right? I'm not going to say where, because it's still going. Now, there was people in that were being troublesome. There was big drinkers in. There was a big party in. But Carl didn't realise it was a volunteer-run theatre, right? He had no idea.
Yeah.
And these people had been trouble all night, but they never got chucked out. And so Carl goes on to close, and they kept interrupting. And he dealt with it a few times. He went, listen, someone's going to have to get them out. Can we get them out? Right? And this old woman, she must have been about 80, goes up to like this stag do. And then I seen Carl's face, and he went, oh no, you could see his face because it was this old woman's job to get, because she was a volunteer on, and she was like, excuse me. And Carl was like,
Stag do thinks it's a novelty stripper.
Yeah. And Carl's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realise it was like, because we had to have a little break. He went, it's like the equivalent of asking your nan to get like a rugby team out.
6'2" Carl Hutchinson has asked Mavis.
He was so upset about, because he was like, I feel awful. Yeah.
I did one in, what's that place called across the water from Liverpool?
Birkenhead.
No, it's dead posh. What's it called? They've got the sunlight.
Oh, Port Sunlight?
Yeah. It's
not dead posh.
The theatre there. I once was walking backwards. I'm not going into the story again, but I tripped over one of the acts, right, and fell backwards, right, and landed on the stage. And
Gary would enjoy that story.
Yes, he would. And honestly, my arse had barely hit the floor before the accident book came out. Because they love the accident book. They log everything. And I was like, I'm all right. She said, no, we've got to log it. Because it's an I'm like, what are you going to write? Yeah. What are you going to write in that book about what has just happened?
I told someone that story. Sorry, we've got to be vague. But I told someone that story the other day. They went, that's classic Barry Dodds, that, doing that.
Great.
And this is something that you'd see at the circus. You know, oh, hang on, no, not that.
It really is. Normally they're getting fired out of a cannon.
Barry, don't.
I know what you mean. That was a bad choice.
I meant like it was farcical. Yeah, I didn't mean that. I meant it was like farcical.
Yeah, slapstick. It was
slapstick. And they were like, it's classic Barry Johns. Anyway, my point is, I was excited about these inhalers, actually, getting the gift of inhalers. Didn't bring them. Him and his missus turned up without Ventolins.
Do you know what? I think an inhaler might be the least sexy thing in the world. I can't think of anything that would kill a moment of passion more than just coming from behind you.
I don't know, you know. Can you imagine, like, having a one-night stand with someone who's got, like, sleep apnea and then they have to put that mask on? Right.
Imagine if you're drunk and you wake up next to it thinking, what the fuck have I done to him?
In bed with Bane. Oh, God. Someone has seen this clip.
You just someone on life support.
I've seen this clip on TikTok. I wish I would have saved it. It was when I was like doom scrolling at stupid o'clock, right? And it's this woman, a genuine clip. It wasn't like a joke. It's my boyfriend's breathing normal, and she'd filmed him in bed, and he's like doing all this, and everyone's like, it's like his heart's stopping, and it's clearly not normal. And everyone's in the comments like, oh, it's sleep apnea. Like you need to get like that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And then she went, she did an update where she's like, we've gone to the doctors. He said it's fine. And there was another video of him going.
Why didn't she do the update from a graveyard?
Barry.
Just got an update for you all. Just give everyone a moment of panic. Of, oh yeah, funny is it? Stopping breathing in your sleep.
She uploaded it.
Yeah, sleep apnea is bad. I need to talk to you about my worry of the week.
Let's get into it.
Worries of the week. Worries of the week.
We've got a lot to worry about.
So, I've had two incidences, one of which I can tell you, one of which I've got to save for the Patreon because I'm going to give someone an absolute coating.
Patreon.com/The Warriors.
Yep. So I did a gig recently. I'm going to avoid naming the venue. I'm 50-50 on name. Do you know what? No, I am going to name the act, right? Because they didn't do anything wrong. This was all on me.
Oh, God.
So I'm in the dressing room. It's the last section, right? We're just in the interval. So all I've got to do is go on, get this act on, and then it's done now. This act is a guy called Christian Riley, who is, he like wears like a cowboy hat on stage, plays guitar.
Musical.
Yeah, musical act. Is like toured with Rich Hall doing Otisley Crenshaw, things like that. He's quite cool. Well, he's cooler than me, right? So we're in the dressing room, and look, it's still showbiz, right? No matter how lower down the ladder we are, it's still showbiz. It's still a backstage dressing room, so things can be every now and again a little bit rock and roll. So I'm just sat there, and Christian opens the door to the toilet and looks at me and goes, do you need to use the bathroom, if you know what I mean? And I was like, oh. I was thinking, oh, he's inviting me in to have a little livener, like, you know. And I was like, oh. And I went, oh, I said, and I just went, oh, I can't. I just went, oh, yeah. But part of me was thinking, a tiny bit of me was like, I'm the sort of person people go, oh yeah, Barry, he's cool. He'll be one of the rock and roll ones. Well, but I just went, oh no, I went, it's really kind. But I said, look, I had an operation on my nose years ago. And
Barry cool.
It's very, very fragile. And he went, oh, your nose? I went, yeah. I just went, just anything can make it just pop. So yeah, and he went, all right, no worries. So he went in, closed the door. So he's in there. So I just sit down, carry on my phone. And then he opens the door again. And he went, what happened to your nose? I went, oh, somebody smashed a bottle in my face. And I went, I went, but you do you. I'm not here to judge anyone. And he went, all right, no worries. He went, I did just mean I was going to have a shit. And I would say, do you want to use it before I do?
I was going to say, I can't imagine Christine Riley doing.
And I went, oh, I thought you were offering me drugs. He went, oh, no, that... He went, no, I don't do drugs.
You were like, I think it's fine to tell this story. So first of all, you've said, I think this act is going to do drugs. And then you've told everyone he's done a massive shit in the green room.
Well, all he was doing was being really polite. Because he didn't even say that. He was like, do you want to use it before I do? He was actually being more polite than most people I know. Yet, for some reason, I've presumed I'm getting offered. And he stood there thinking, how bad does he think I'm going to...
Yeah, this nose
like,
is going
oh, yeah, my nose will just explode.
I don't know, I've been in some green rooms where I've been in the toilet and I felt like I'm going to...
And I just went, oh! And he went, no, that's not me at all. I went, no, me neither. But I was just, and he went, oh. And he shut the door and he went to the toilet. And when I just thought, oh, I'm just going downstairs, and went to walk out the door, I could hear him in the toilet. And I just heard him go, for fuck's sake. And then laughing to himself. And I was like, right, how long till that gets out? How long till that gets out? So I'm owning it now. I'm telling it now before it gets back to a WhatsApp about the time Barry Dodds thought he was being offered drugs, when in fact it was just somebody saying I'm offering crap before the gig started.
I mean, I need to pick you up on something. You said that people think you're cool. Barry's one of the cool comics.
Yeah, people would be like, yeah.
Right. If we ring up 3 people now, and ask them to describe you in 3 words, I guarantee one of those words would not be cool.
All right, who do you want to ring?
You can pick them. I don't want you to think I'm setting you up.
Let's
Ring
try
Nina.
along.
Nina's likes you. Nina's a fan of yours. I don't think she'd say cool. I think she'll say lots of nice things. Cool won't be on there. Don't ring Longley, because it'll be 3 things we have to bleep. You're ringing Nina.
Hello,
Hiya, you all right?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Listen, I'm really sorry for disturbing you. Have you got 30 seconds for me to ask you a question? I'm recording a podcast at the moment, and your name has been suggested for someone for me to ring to help out.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Could you describe me in 3 words?
Oh,
Is that one?
sensitive.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And oh my gosh, I don't know.
Quite
Watery-eyed.
cool.
No.
Watery.
What did she say?
Watery-eyed.
Describe you like a rabbit.
Yeah, I'm thinking Watership Down now.
Yeah, like a rabbit.
Right.
I feel like you're like me. We're not predators, we're prey. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Would the word cool? Or
No, you can't put it
trendy
in a mouth, Barry.
come anywhere near?
I don't want to make this like cool or trendy.
You can be
I
honest.
don't know. Because I don't see, I think you're very, very on it. I think you're very smart.
Cheers.
Barry, you've just
Yeah.
put her into a corner now,
I
and she
don't
still hasn't said it.
Talking about, down with the kids.
Yeah.
Neither of us are how old are you, Barry?
45.
Well, we're a bit past that.
All right. This has massively backfired. Thank you, though, mate. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
Watery-eyed.
Love you.
Love you too. Speak soon.
Bye. Bye.
Right,
So-
well, that didn't work.
Yeah, watery-eyed and prey. Do you want to make one more call? Are you done?
Right, no, you can do one. Ring Chris Washington.
No, because he's in a mood with me at the minute.
Why?
Because I photoshopped a picture of him where he looked like he'd put weight on. And he was fuming.
Tell him I'm setting up a support group for that behaviour.
Right. I'll ring him, but he's not happy with me.
You alright?
Hiya, mate. Quick question. We're just recording for the podcast now, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're doing a feature, and we're asking people...
Here we go. Go on. What are you going to bully me into now?
I told Barry I didn't want to ring you because you're in a narc. Can you describe Barry Dodds in 3 words for us, please?
Gossip. That goes for both of you. Actually, no, don't say gossip. I don't want to give him a complex.
Barry wants to know if the word cool would ever come up.
What about him?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, it's a serious question, yeah.
I mean, no.
We're having a debate because Barry thinks he's seen as one of the cool comics.
Maybe. Some people might have seen him as cool, like that David Eagle and that.
Right. See.
Right, it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
See you later, mate. Bye.
Right.
David Eagle is blind.
Bye, you.
This is... Have I ended up getting it? This is...
Nina said lots of nice things since she called you hilarious.
Yeah, and then said I was wet-eyed and prey. Like a dormouse. Oh, this is...
I tell you, no, hang on. Let me tell you what happened at my gig, and you'll really enjoy it.
Go on.
I did a gig in Colwyn Bay at the weekend, and the gig, before I just state what happened, the gig was absolutely glorious. Really enjoyed it, but it was getting to the gig. I arrived at a venue where the gig was part of the venue, but a different part. If that makes sense. So I walked into the bit I had to get through to get to the venue, and there was a woman clearly on what you thought Christian was offering you, singing "The Power of Love" on karaoke.
Right.
I walked through a cloud of weed smoke. This is in the venue as a guy's getting thrown out, right? And he's effing and jeffing as he's getting thrown out, and I'm panicking, thinking, because I hadn't seen the room this gig is in yet, so I'm panicking, going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
What? Like, and I kept seeing all my mates' stories at the Brits. Do you know what I mean? And I'm in the middle of like some sort of Chernobyl
What
Weatherspoons.
mates did you have at the know
Loads of people, because I've loads of friends who work in radio.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it was in Manchester, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So loads of people. Anyway, so I'm walking through this cloud as someone's getting thrown out. And there's this girl going, "Power of love." And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, what do I do? So immediately headed upstairs, thinking it's got to be upstairs. And I seen the other room, and I looked through the door, and I was relieved because it looked like a lovely comedy set up. The gig looked like it was going well, but I didn't want to walk in because I'd walk in as the act was on and they'd see me straight away. So I sort of stood outside the room, and I can hear all this karaoke going off. Right. And then this girl comes up, she goes, "Is the comedy still on?" I was like, oh no.
Not finished. No, all done. Bye. All done, finished. It was
And
rubbish.
she's like, comes up, butts her nose on the door, and proper presses her nose against the glass looking in. And I'm like, oh no. And then the bouncer comes up the stairs, she goes, what was it? What was his problem? And he goes, oh, she threw a pint over his head because he wouldn't give her a lighter. And I was like,
how do you get these gigs?
and I was just
you get
like,
to a point where they just stop happening. You still do them.
hang on. Wednesday I was hosting, I announced Jack Whitehall on stage. Saturday, I'm in a pub where someone's getting thrown out for throwing a pint over a man's head with a Zippo lighter. Keep supporting live comedy.
Oh dear, how was the gig?
Gig was lovely, but it was really funny because they were well aware of what was happening on downstairs. Because I went in there and I went, I'm not going to lie, I nearly turned around when I got to this gig. And I said, are the doors bolted? And they were all laughing. And then someone like smashed a glass during the gig.
When you went up the stairs, was it like boarded up with the words "alive inside" written on?
And so it's exactly what it was like. Joe Shaun of the Dead, where they have to walk like him to get through.
You had to do a line of beak.
Should we do some other people's worries?
Before we do that, we've got a sponsor.
Shut up.
This is an advert, and I'm proper chuffed about this because, like, as people know, we're very, very choosy about who we have advertised on here. Like, we famously had Manscaped advertised with us for about a week. And
about 3 hours.
yeah, then I did an advert that was, I think, deemed inappropriate. Wasn't it something like, are you sick of snagging the bag and catching the curtains and all that? And yeah, they disappeared.
They lost interest.
But I became aware of this person's work and they got in touch. Everyone, if you like photography, if you like stunning photography as well, then Darren Wade is just go and have a look at his work. You spell his name Darryn, and it's Wade for his name. Darren Wade. Remember the Y in Darren, right? Because that's important. He is a landscape photographer. It's amazing. I would only advertise something now that I think is good, right? I'd have to believe in it.
That isn't an endorsement, that, Barry, because you do get stuff off Temu Weekly.
That is true. That is true. But I've genuinely got some of this art hanging on the wall. He's a photographer based in Amble, Northumberland, which is where the link is to me. Go and have a look at his stuff. It's absolutely incredible. Go on, check him out, support him. It supports us. I thank you all.
Should we do some other people's worries?
Let's do it.
It's time for your worries. BJ will make them worse.
So this is when we have a look at your worries, stuff that you sent in, stuff that's stressing you. But I couldn't help but notice before we started recording, you moved a magazine out of the way, a magazine that I thought didn't exist anymore. So
can I tell you, I'm starting to write new material for a new show. So I get magazines for because we're basically doing the same stuff all the time, so I wanted to see what's on. And I got Love It magazine, and I got loads of magazines. And this, I didn't think it existed myself. Woman's Weekly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big news.
If you need it, I've got about 400 back copies of Chat magazine if you want them. Looking about.
Well, I looked at the worries in here, and I thought this would be a good one to ask you. So this is from the 3rd of February edition of Woman's Weekly.
Yeah.
Now, there's a counsellor. Her name's Karen, but they spelled it Keren. Come on, love. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah. Good attempt.
Counsellor Karen. All right, love. Is here to lighten your load. Now, I'll tell you the advice she gave after grow up. You watery-eyed, rude man. So, she's over 20 years' experience as Karen. So, I'm going to tell her let's hear what you have to say, and then I'll tell you what Karen, advice she give.
Okay.
This is the question. I'm 78,
yeah.
And I spend a lot of my time thinking about how life used to be and the things I never did. I know it's not helpful, it just makes me miserable. I know I can't go back. I've tried to think positively, but find it hard to come up with anything good that's going to happen in the future. Alice from Stoke.
Jesus.
I mean, she's living in Stoke as well, which isn't helping.
This is bleak. Alice, you just pray for a harsh winter this year.
Barry. Can you give some genuine advice, please?
I do this. I do all what ifs. What if I did that? What if I didn't do this? What if I did that? What if... There's loads of stuff that I'd change. But ultimately, I wouldn't change any of it because it's led to this point. And if you ask me how I feel now, I feel quite depressed, but I think that's because I took those tablets that make you loads of energy. I wish I'd never bought anything off the dark web. No, you can't think about what
She's saying she knows she can't do that, but she can't help it.
She can't help it. Well, do you know what? It's never too late. It's never too late. Maybe not bungee jumping, 'cause I think you might, But you go and do it. There's no such thing as too old.
So you think at 78, if she wanted to start a career as a pole dancer, then that would be...
Absolutely, somebody will be into that.
Yeah, to be fair.
Someone will be into it. Like I was trying to think of some search terms for like anything you search for now. Somebody'll have a thing for it. I just thought, what's the least sexy thing, right? I bet if because I thought, right, armpits. That cannot be sexy. It's a thing.
Yeah. Why are you searching for this in your own time, Barry?
I was trying to find stuff that doesn't exist. Yeah. And don't say ghosts.
Careers.
Oi. Hang on. Let me just try.
Barry, I don't want you searching for weird fetish things when Alice has got a problem here at the age of 78.
Yeah, there is. I can't believe that Pornhub's got asthmatic sex.
I can't believe you've verified yourself on Pornhub to see it.
I've looked in on the Warriors account.
Barry. Right, I'm going to tell you what Karen had to say to Alice. You're right. This isn't helping at all.
Oh.
Instead of focusing on what you didn't do, spend a bit of time writing down all the things you did do that gave you pleasure and relive them in your mind and feel grateful. This will change your mood instantly. We can spend too much time thinking and not doing. No one knows how the future will be, but can have some positive moments. Think of some things you'd like to do but never had time for and choose one to pursue. Sort of what you said, Barry.
Yeah.
Listen to this, though. You can set a daily goal for a pleasure moment. That might be simply enjoying a cup of tea and dunking your biscuit in it. Taking a hot bath or watching a bird at a feeder. I mean, she's limiting her there. She's 78. Why don't you just watch a bird at a feeder?
No.
Or have a cup of tea?
No. I'd go the other way. I'd say, right, listen, love, stop writing in letters to bitch Bibles and go and get yourself down Thorpe Park and get on Hyperion. It's incredible.
There you go. If you ever worry, you'd like Barry to...
If you'd like me to wish death upon you, or via
Or if you'd like Barry to just discover a niche. Email us in.
If you can find an obscure porn.
Right, let's wrap this up, Barry. See you soon. Bye.
You want me to stop talking, don't you?
Listen, you watery-eyed freak. Get out.
Do you like that?
You have been listening to the Warriors podcast, hosted by me, Hayley Ellis, and him, Barry Dodds.
All artwork by John Cooper and Matthew Reed. All editing and audio by Hayley and Barry, with additional sound production by Grinters.
If you'd like to get in touch, then send us an email to thewarriorspodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter @thewarriorspod.
Thanks for listening.